The world's attention is fixed on Taiwan as tensions between the US and China escalate. Why does America care so much about this small island? In this video, we'll uncover the 10 reasons why the US won't let China take Taiwan, and why this conflict could reshape the global order. Let's dive in. 1. Protecting global democracy. Taiwan is one of Asia's strongest democracies. For the US, defending Taiwan isn't just about geopolitics. It's about standing up for democratic values against authoritarian regimes like China. Taiwan stands as a beacon of democracy in Asia, with free elections, a vibrant civil society, and an independent judiciary. Losing Taiwan to an authoritarian regime like China would be a symbolic blow to the global democratic movement, potentially emboldening authoritarian states worldwide. The US views Taiwan's survival as a democracy as critical to its soft power and ideological competition against authoritarianism. Taiwan demonstrates that democratic systems can thrive in the region, countering China's claim that authoritarian governance is more efficient or stable. By defending Taiwan, the US reinforces its commitment to defending democracy globally, sending a message that it will stand by its allies. 2. Strategic military location. Taiwan sits at the heart of key shipping lanes and military choke points. Losing Taiwan to China would give Beijing a massive advantage in controlling the Indo-Pacific region. Taiwan's location in the first island chain, stretching from Japan through the Philippines, makes it a critical buffer against Chinese naval expansion. The South China Sea and surrounding waters are among the world's busiest shipping lanes, handling approximately 30% of global trade. If China were to control Taiwan, it could potentially dominate these shipping routes, disrupt global trade, and project its military power deeper into the Pacific. For the US military bases in Guam, Japan, and the Philippines would be vulnerable to Chinese encirclement, eroding US influence in the region. Taiwan's autonomy helps maintain a balance of power. 3. Preventing regional dominance. If China takes Taiwan, it could cement its dominance over Asia. The US aims to counterbalance China's growing influence and maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific. China's control of Taiwan would solidify its hegemony in Asia, undermining the US strategy of maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific region. A Chinese-dominated Asia would weaken US alliances with regional partners like Japan, South Korea, and India. These nations would likely feel pressured to align with Beijing to ensure their own security and economic stability. Taiwan's independence serves as a geopolitical counterweight to China's ambitions, forcing Beijing to focus resources on maintaining its sphere of influence rather than expanding it further. 4. Economic importance of Taiwan. Taiwan is an economic powerhouse, responsible for 60% of the world's semiconductors, crucial for everything from smartphones, appliances, and advanced weaponry. Producing cutting-edge semiconductors used in everything from iPhones to military equipment. Losing Taiwan would mean handing over control of this strategic industry to China, giving Beijing immense leverage over global tech and military advancements. A disruption in Taiwan's semiconductor production could trigger a global economic crisis, as supply chains for critical technologies grind to a halt. The US views Taiwan's economic resilience as a linchpin for maintaining its technological and military edge. 5. Treaty obligations and historical commitments. While the US follows a one-China policy, it's also committed to Taiwan's defense through the Taiwan Relations Act. Under the Taiwan Relations Act of 1979, the US is obligated to provide Taiwan with defensive weapons and maintain its ability to resist aggression. The act does not explicitly commit the US to military intervention, but it sends a clear message of support. Historically, the US has treated Taiwan as a strategic partner, balancing its One China policy with its commitment to Taiwan's security and autonomy. Backing down on Taiwan would undermine decades of US foreign policy, signaling a retreat in its global leadership. Six, a warning to global adversaries. If the US allows China to take Taiwan, it could embolden other adversaries like Russia and North Korea. A US failure to defend Taiwan could send a dangerous message to global rivals that America is unwilling to defend its allies. For example, Russia might escalate its aggression in Ukraine or other former Soviet states, while North Korea could feel emboldened to further threaten South Korea and Japan. Taiwan's defense is a litmus test for US resolve, with far-reaching consequences for the global balance of power. 7. Maintaining credibility with allies. Defending Taiwan reassures key allies like Japan, South Korea, and Australia that the US will stand by its commitments. US credibility as a global leader hinges on its ability to protect its allies and partners. Japan, South Korea, and Australia depend on US military support to counter threats from China and North Korea. If the US fails to defend Taiwan, these allies may question its reliability. A perceived US retreat could lead to regional instability, with allies either pursuing their own military buildups or aligning more closely with China. 8. Safeguarding advanced technology. Taiwan is home to cutting-edge tech companies like TSMC. If China takes control, it could use these technologies to leap ahead in AI, cybersecurity, and military applications. Taiwan's dominance in semiconductor manufacturing makes it a strategic asset in the tech race between the US and China. Control of Taiwan's technology could allow China to dominate AI, quantum computing, and advanced weaponry, reshaping the global power dynamic. The US has already taken steps to reduce its dependency on foreign chips, but Taiwan's leadership in the industry remains critical for American innovation. 9. Countering China's aggressive expansion. China's push for Taiwan is part of its larger strategy for global dominance. China's moves in the South China Sea, its Belt and Road Initiative, and its military modernization are all part of its broader strategy to challenge US global dominance. Taking Taiwan would mark a significant victory for China, bolstering its territorial ambitions and undermining international norms like sovereignty and self-determination. By defending Taiwan, the US seeks to limit Beijing's expansionist agenda and maintain a rules-based international order. 10. Preventing a global power shift. If China succeeds in taking Taiwan, it could signal the beginning of a new world order with China as the dominant superpower. Taiwan's loss would symbolize a decline in US power and influence, marking a shift in the global order toward a China-centric system. The US views Taiwan's autonomy as a red line in its effort to maintain global leadership and counter China's ambitions to replace the US as the dominant superpower. Losing Taiwan would not only weaken America's strategic position, but could also reshape alliances and trade systems worldwide, favoring authoritarian regimes. Taiwan is more than just a tiny island. It's a linchpin in the fight for democracy, global stability, and technological dominance. As the stakes rise, the US faces tough decisions to uphold its principles and protect its interests. What do you think? Should the US risk conflict to defend Taiwan? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest geopolitical issues shaping our world. Until next time, this is Innovatronics TV. See you in the next video.